What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have a question to ask you guys, an audience in attendance, concerning Gennady Triple D or Triple G Golovkin. And this caption here is the question that Max Calandrio had to ask: should Triple G come back in 2026? Do you want to see Gennady Golovkin return next year? And I would have to say a hard no, a hard pass. Hell no. We don't want to see Gennady Golovkin come back. Gennady Golovkin is starting his new stage in his career being a trainer, right? You know, we've seen him with the fat belly. We've seen him, fill into that body, that middle-aged body that he's growing into, becoming a trainer, showing these young fighters how to be the best that they can be, because he was one of the best that did it, and they can look up to him and be mentored by him. That's how and where he should be in the sport. Okay, period. This man should go nowhere near the ring. I don't care how tough you say you are. He's a tough man. He had one of the best chins in the business. Facts. However, does that mean that you need to go out there and take punches to the face? No, it does not. That's stupid. We've seen the Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo trilogy, and it was deplorable. It was embarrassing. Because we know, I'm looking at that fight, and I believe that Canelo Alvarez carried Triple G. I think he carried him because I think he knew he could stop him. I think he knew, you know what, I can stop Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin ran out of breath. This man did, his punch output was up. He was breathing from his chest, because if you know anything about Gennady Golovkin, if you heard him or you've seen him fight enough, you'll pick up on habits. You'll know when he's tired. You know when he's pissed off. You'll know a lot of things. And yeah, he was tired. He was gassed. He didn't have it no more. And another thing, he didn't even belong at 168 in the first place. You know what I mean? And it makes you think like you'd go there for Canelo and not there for Andre Ward. Yeah. You know, people said that for years about Triple G, and it found out to be true, because he didn't go for Andre Ward, but he went for Canelo Alvarez, because I think Gennady Golovkin, became indulged with the money aspect side of things, later in his career, versus the overall, I want to be undisputed middleweight champion, you know what I mean? Which he did have every belt. He just didn't have them all at the same time, because he lost the IBF belt to Deverenchenko when Deverenchenko protested to the middleweight, the IBF, and the IBF stripped Gennady Golovkin following Canelo for a second fight when Canelo tested positive for clenbuterol. Okay, so a little facts for you if you didn't know that. But, Gennady Golovkin, great champion. He will always be remembered. He will be missed. And that being said, I want him to be missed, because I don't want him to come back. I don't know what it is about these fans. I think the fans, us, we're the reason why these guys mentally can't get over the idea of retiring, because of social media, because of hand-to-hand shakes, because of personal interactions, because of constant questions asked from some stranger, somebody that you've never met before, and they want to ask you the same shit. Hey, are you coming back to the sport? What do you think about another fight with Canelo? What do you think you could do with this middleweight division or super middleweight division? I think those things, cloud the mind of fighters, that distract them from being in peace with retiring and walking away with the sport. All these constant damn questions that are asked to them. I think that's the reason. I think we're the reason. Quiet kept. I think we are the reason. Because all you do with a former fighter, you ask them if you think they can come back, if they're not just too old, or you ask them what's going on in the sport and how would you do against the people in the sport today. I think those are frequently asked questions that I think we need to stop doing. Look, shake his hand. Don't hug him. He might punch you. Get an autograph, take a picture, and move on. That's what I think should happen to any legendary champion like Gennady Golovkin. But you guys tell me what you think about this question asked about Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.